Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
We are from BigBlare Innovations. We are presenting AI-powered enterprise security and automation and attendance monitoring system.
Myself, Sarshad Pandey. I'm representing BigBlare Innovations LLP right now, and we are a deep tech company which are under the process of developing a product which is centric towards the video analytical tools. We are trying to leverage the deep neural networks technology and solve some of the complex issues that are there present for large scale enterprises. A lot of them are basically they could be as casual as security or even tracking of crowd, where the crowd is moving from one place to other, and there's such enterprises require a lot of cameras, and most of the security methods that they're using right now are basically passive in nature. You are just storing all the video feeds in your systems, in your servers. You have a team is there present actively sitting and trying to monitor what is happening in each of the frames. But which what is actually a complex problem is that when we come to the point where there are a lot of cameras, we can never expect that there is going to be one single person looking over one single camera output. So a problem arises of bottleneck where we want to try to solve, and for that we're using some deep neural networks. What we're trying to do is to utilize the feeds that are coming from all these cameras collectively and then analyze them in an automated fashion. So what then happens is basically you get real-time insights of what is actually happening inside a visual frame. And what also is a big problem is if any kind of critical situation or scenario has occurred, we would try to notify the concerned security and other authorities at the correct moment so that the response time becomes simpler and easier for these teams to respond to. We're still in the development phase. We have worked out a POC. We have raised some grants. We worked out towards some government grants that are from Newgen IEDC, which was a pre-incubation scheme. We received 2.5 lakhs from there to build the POC. We have taken MSME grants of 15 lakhs, which is still under process. It has been sanctioned, and we are still in the development phase. We have currently carried out some POC experiments. We have individually catered out some specific components of the entire product, but we are yet to combine all of them in a single application layer. The method of deployment of the system is a little bit complex, for which we're trying to go for a two method approach. That is, for large scale, for some very large scale operations, we would like to have offer the enterprises an on-site and on-premise deployment, which would basically sort their biggest problem of networking and delay in communication, but that would also induce some costs. Apart from that, for institutions or for enterprises where the upfront cost is actually an issue and some delay could be mitigated and they're okay with that issues. So that is where we are presenting an over the cloud model, where the entire application is basically deployed on cloud, and the enterprises are required to finally subscribe to individual components as per their requirements. And as the earlier he mentioned, that it's basically an enterprise security and automation system along with a attendance monitoring system, which is also a issue for some enterprises such as production houses and production lines, where you also want to track your manpower, your man force. So you would like to also know that the people that are working for you in any place, you would not want them basically to be sitting idle, or you would not you would not want them to be hampering the entire production line or the capacity of the output. So to mitigate entire thing, what we are trying to offer is that a real-time inference of whatever is happening in a feed to be notified to you, and you get an actual analytical output of a per day usage, of a moment to moment usage. For some public infrastructure, things could be very critical when it comes to, fight disputes or any other type of assault disputes, or present of unwanted objects, weapons, or any other lethal systems. To detect that in real time utilizing the camera and then notifying them in the real time, that solves a bigger issue of uh, you know creating a very streamlined approach towards notifying them, and that improves the response time of the entire organization.
Apart from that, we are also working on a automation for the home appliances also. Means we can also automate our appliances by using camera without using any sensors and without using any of the devices. We can also analyze the camera feeds, and we can just switch on and off the every electrical appliances that we are using on a enterprise level, on a home level.
The last problem you are solving is a better problem to solve, and you guys are solving too many problems at a time. They pick one problem, try and solve it, get the customer of it, then the build second one. I think you have got 4 target segments currently. 3. Focus on one. I think attendance monitoring system could be that one, or the last one which you told about, closing off the or owning the appliances could be a second one. So energy saving could be your application. You can't be on all over place.
We are also participating in a UPITS and that events, and we are also presenting our product and see the requirement of the market, and see the we are
So-
just pitching our product in front
No,
of
no,
them.
I understand that, but take it a feedback from an investor. Uh, uh, you should be focusing on one problem at a time till you get a market fit. Right? Else you will be only looking at problems, solving it, and which is going to be your market fit. So you will be all over place. And what amount you will require to develop all your products?
Currently, we required 50 lakh rupees for a product development, and apart from that, for marketing, we required 40 lakh rupees more. For product development, initially we required 50 lakh rupees.
So, as you know, sir rightly pointed out that solving too many problems is gonna be an issue, because at the end of the day, you need to understand which customer is gonna pay you. Because you can make n number of products, and if you mention that you've mentioned that you've got too many, you've got grants, MSME grant, and you've got another 3.5 lakh grant, which is cumulatively 18.5 lakh grant. So further, I believe you cannot go further to apply for any grant, because generally the schemes would say that you can only get a grant if you've not received grant more than 10 lakh. So now it has to be an investment, right? So when you go to the investor is going to ask you which product is going to make you money. If I have to ask you which of the three products you mentioned, which is going to get you money first?
To per se say which product, I think in my explanation and my communication there has been a bit of gap. So we're not talking about many of the individual products. They are singular components which are working at individual level. What we're trying to now build is an application layer which would let our clients select which particular component they are trying to use, or which is their requirement. So if say any organization or any enterprise only requires an intrusion detection and prevention system, an alert system, they would be selecting that particular component which would be working on their user base.
Let me reiterate a question. Let's say if I'm an organization, if I'm bundling any of those services, what is the cost I am going to pay for that? How are you going to bundle that for me? If you're talking about different components, if I say I need I need to ensure that there is no intrusion security aspect, how are you going to bundle it for me?
So the way it is going to be bundled is that we're going to be requiring the access of your cameras, and as I also mentioned it before, that an on-premise deployment as well as a cloud deployment is available. As to say exactly what cost, also that particular factor depends upon the number of cameras we're trying to handle and the kind of service that you're using.
Do you have a figure in mind?
Right now we don't have a figure.